All right, so we're on the 1929 Quicklite, and we've got the cage soaking right now in hot citric acid. I put the ventilator in for just a little bit because it had some really rusty spots. So yeah, a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't do that, this, whatever. Well, whatever. It was pretty dirty. So I just had it in there for like maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes. I took it out right away, and then I just used a a sponge like this. Just has a gentle bracing little, and just kind of with hot warm water just clean it. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go ahead and take some of this Stove Bright high temperature paint. It is kind of actually flat, a little bit flat, but it's better than nothing. It won't burn off. And I'm going to spray it in a little container thing, and we're just going to go and touch it up. And that's what we're going to do, and that's going to be the end of it. All right, I'll bring you back when when we're painting it. All right, well, we just put one coat on. We can let it dry, and tomorrow we can apply a little bit more if we want to. I just have it sitting on this other lantern. But yeah. I don't know what happened here. Not sure what that is. It's all right. It don't look that very good right now, but before it had a bunch of gaping rust. Maybe it'd look better just on the ground. You can see it better from a distance, like that. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. I mean, this thing is really old. You have to realize that. But at least it's not going to have a bunch of rusty spots all over it. You know what I mean? Now, I could sand it, and I could probably, spray this on, but it's going to be a flat green. So I'm going to let this dry, and then we're just going to apply a few more little coats. And after we're done, we're just going to, just, I don't necessarily call it rub it out because it's a ceramic paint, but just kind of wipe it down, see if once it's good and dry, see if we get a little bit more shinier, just a little bit. But yeah, better than rust. You know what I mean? I mean, when it's all together, see where I'm gonna, it's gonna look better, especially after it cooks for a little while. It's gonna even it out a little bit. All right, God bless y'all. All right, little progress update. So like I say, we got all the rust off the ventilator. We put one coat of high temperature barbecue green paint on there, and we'll apply a little bit more tomorrow. We're gonna just let it dry. At least it's gonna be sealed. May not be 100% pretty, but it's gonna be sealed. It's not gonna be all rusty. We got the font for tomorrow to go and buff it out. We got the burner assembly all cleaned up, took it apart and clean, so it's all good. We did the gas generator yesterday, but we'll just give it a little clean up before we reassemble. I don't want to do too much more to it. This piece right here, we're just going to put this on the buffer, gently put on the buffer, clean it up. So the collar and the cage, we got them soaking. I soaked the cage for a while, and I took it in, and I just used some steel wool and cleaned it to kind of accelerate the cleaning. Got majority of the rust off, but this thing is from Canada, so it was nickel plated. So it's kind of, I'd almost rather have them not just getting rust off and all uniform and not this nickel plating. Nickel plating kind of becomes a mess right there. Collar, I'm just soaking it. I'll just rinse it, and then we're going to just put it on the buffer and buff it out the best we can. I'm debating what to do the cage. I really don't want to use any strong acids or anything other than the citric acid to go and remove the rust. But I don't want to use, I've got muriatic acid, but I don't want to weaken that cage by sitting there trying to soak it, trying to get off that nickel plating. So I'm tempted to just, once it's done, give it another cleaning with the steel wool and sand some imperfections a little bit, and maybe just give it a spray, kind of like I did with this guy right here. Just give it a dusting, just a dusting to get it all uniform. Nothing real heavy, but it will be really clean underneath. And then when we dust it, and the bale is, like I say, we won't, well, we got all the rust off it and everything. So it's that nickel plating that causes the problem. That is the problem right there, unfortunately. And I'm not going to be spending a bunch of money sending this thing out for nickel plating. I'm just not going to do that. And then, like I say, the font, tomorrow we're gonna buff it out. We'll get it buffed out the best we can. And then we're gonna, and the fuel cap, and clean this best we can. Not tempted not to take it apart anymore. I might just take the Dremel and with a wire brush just gently clean it a little bit more, or with this real fine steel wool, just the best we can there. Buff out the part I can hit with it, and call it a day, and then get this thing reassembled. At least it's preserved, it's working, functioning properly. Like I say, this is designed to be a runner. This is not a trailer queen. So we just want it clean, protected the best we can, and functioning properly. So that's our goal. So anyway, God bless you all, and we'll fill you in what's going on tomorrow. So I did get some screen. I got some nice 304 stainless steel, I think it's 304 stainless steel screen right here. So we're going to use this to we're going to make a screen globe. Maybe we'll put it in here. I'll put it in that one right there. That'll be a plan. And then I want to use some of that screen for the Quicklite lamps to go around the mantles to protect them from wind. So that's the plan on that. So that's what we're going to do. All right, God bless, and have a great weekend. Take care. All right, good morning. It's about noontime here on Saturday. So I did a little bit of work here to get these things all cleaned up on this 96-year-old Quicklite lantern. So, yeah, it's you know, there's some wear on these things. All you can do is do the best you can in your best judgment. There's some people that are purists and stuff, and they're going to take everything apart, and they're going to strip it, and they're going to plate it, and they're going to spend $500 in a month to make everything absolutely perfect. Well, I can't do that. So all I like to do is I do my best that I can, get everything clean, polish up the best we can. In this case with the cage, even though I had it soaking forever in the citric acid solution, is that because it was nickel plated, that it was just ugly after it was done. Even if we got all the rust off, it just looked plain ugly. So we got all the rust off, we got it clean, and we just dusted it with a little bit of industrial silver. The last two I did, or last three I did, because they were United States manufactured, they were not plated, so they came out really nice. But this one, because they plated it, there was a lot of parts that were leftover remnants of plating. It just made it real patchwork and real ugly. For the font, I buffed it out the best I can, but this one had been kind of wet, a little bit weathered, so it's not as pretty. It's okay, but it's not perfect or nothing like that. The burn, like I say, we replaced the tubes because I had a set. Got everything soaked this in citric acid and kind of buffed it up a little bit best we can. I don't go excessive on these because, to be honest with you, once you start lighting them up, they turn dark anyway. But we got it cleaned up. Like I say, it's all soaking, so we got all the residue and everything out of the air tubes, and it's nice and fresh. We had ultrasonic the gas generator. We had tested it. It was working beautiful. This right here was covered in black. I soaked this in citric acid, and I started with some fine stainless steel wool and it was almost like a layer of grease, weird stuff, but it came off and it was silver underneath, so I just gave it a quick buff on the buffer wheel. Came out pretty good. This piece right here, these are always kind of finicky because they're kind of thin, and these tabs are real prone to break when you're trying to take them apart or put them together. They get flattened out and all this stuff. This one we went a little through on the nickel plating, but it's okay. It's clean. And like I say, the ventilator, this thing had a bunch of rust on it, chipped away and thick rust. We soaked it for just like 30 minutes or so, maybe 45, in citric acid, washed it off. Some people say, oh, well, you'll damage the ceramic with that. I don't know. This thing's 96 years old. But it took all the rust off. Like I said, I didn't leave it that long. And then we went ahead and we applied a green 1100 Fahrenheit barbecue paint to it. So at least it's preserved. It doesn't look too bad. It's all right. I could probably later on apply another coat of the barbecue paint if I want to, but it's okay. I mean, this is a 96-year-old lamp. You got to expect that. So we're a seniority. Can I say the word today? Seniority system here. So the older lanterns get the nicer globes. So I had this one got switched out. It got a Chinese globe, and that one, the red letter one, went to this one. So that's the way it works around here. Anyway, I gotta get together real quick. We'll light it up, and that's about it for today. We got a lot of stuff going on here. All right, God bless you. All right, so this is what we end up with. Not too bad. Pretty good for 96 years old. What do you expect? All right, we're almost going to burn in these mantles. We're going to get all this taken apart here real quick. Like I say, we do the best we can with the resources that we have, and that's all we can do. So, all right, I got a little water there. I can't do that. Try to keep it away from the water. All right, sorry about that. Let me just go ahead and light these. I'm going to get a torch, and I'll be back. All right, got it full of fuel. We pressurized it up to about 40 psi. Go ahead and burn those mantles in. Going to heat up the generator at the same time a little bit. Since we're here. I don't warm or anything else. It's a real cold day. All right, let's go and do this here. I gotta watch out for that torch. I can't get that perfect today. I've only got one hand. That's okay. Alright, well, we're burning really good here. Yeah, that'll burn in. Not bad. Not bad for 96 years old. Made in Canada. Coleman Quicklite. Canada. Let's see, 9 to 29. We got everything cleaned up the best we can. Tossed out the best we can. Preserve it. Make it functional. Working good. All right, God bless you all, and you have a wonderful weekend. Take care. All right, we shut her down. So yeah, remember this is the other one I had. This one's got a the other green ventilator, Quicklite. So this one, like I say, this one has a it's not nickel plated or nothing, so we kept it all original, but you can see it's already starting to want to rust again a little bit. I mean, I'd have to clean it up a little bit more. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I've collected 4 of these now. Got these 2, and we got this one, which is one of my favorite because it's got that pump right there also. And then we got that one right there. Yep. And this is my second favorite one because it has the pump on the side too. All right, God bless you. Take care.